Hello, and welcome to the Art of Flipping. Today we have a Cuisinart SS-15 coffee maker. The SS-15 is a discontinued model that I believe was introduced around 2017. This is a used machine. New specimens go for $195 to $225 on many online sites and are available new in box on eBay for about $145, including shipping. Using eBay's advanced search features to find out how many of these sold at what prices during the last 90 days produced really inconsistent results. One seller made the mistake of putting one of these up for auction and with the starting bid of $27. They had one bid. They got $27 plus shipping. There were two other low sort of outliers. One was for $55, but it was missing the carafe, and I'll discuss that in a second. That's about a $25 item. And another one for $56. I believe that was a complete unit. Somebody else got $101. That's definitely an outlier to the high side. And then the numbers were 75, 80, 85, and 90, the numbers that you can believe. I still think those are kind of high, but that's what the search indicated. This one has a problem. If you look down in here, you can probably see some of the discoloration on the plate. I also had to do a lot of cleaning up on the single cup server side. There were an awful lot of coffee grounds up in there. I've tested it and it seems to work. I need to use it to make coffee, but I've cleaned it on both sides and those functions seem to work just fine. But because of the damage on the plate, I don't know if I really would want to sell this sell this as a complete unit. And I can make more money parting it out and have less risk in transportation or an INAG claim or something like that. So let's go through it. A water tank reservoir, which is this piece behind the single cup server, recently sold for $24 with the lid, and that's it. There's also a filter holder that goes in there, and these can go for about $4 a piece. So we're up to $28. There's also another filter cup holder right here on the regular side of the coffee pot that'll do up to 12 cups, and it's again about a $4. Gold tone filter, the cap for the Keurig cup, and the filter holder are the next three. The prices I'm going to give you are the prices I intend to list at. They're usually based on actual sales where I can find a sale of the item. Although if there were a couple of the items sold, as long as it wasn't a ridiculous outlier, I picked the high one since that'll be my offering price and I would consider bids. Any prices I quote shipping would be additional. I do not do free shipping. The gold tone filter is a $9 item. The filter holder is another $9 item. The Keurig cup holder, the thing the Keurig cup goes in, that's a $12 item. And the carafe is one of the most frequently sold and bought items because it's breakable. One of the items that's probably the slowest mover are the filter or the spillover tray and the metal cap that goes on top of it. They're worth about $4 a piece, $5 a piece. I'm going to lot them up and make it an $8 item. That's what some other sellers have had success with. So the components that I've removed from the SS-15, the value totals $94 in listings. Ordinarily, I might be very tempted to list this stripped down unit for say $35 plus shipping and see what happens. But as I've already said, the plate is in poor cosmetic condition, and the unit weighs almost 14 pounds, which means it would be fairly expensive to ship. And then eBay is going to charge not only for the unit, say $35, the shipping, let's say another 25 or 30. They're going to take 15% of that. They're also going to take 15% of the sales tax. Let's assume 5% calculated on all that. Then we have the risk of somebody not being happy, thinking I don't have to read the post, and didn't see that all they were buying was a stripped down unit ready to go and working, and that just seems like an invitation to trouble. So what are my alternatives besides throwing it in a landfill? Speaking of environmental concerns, it's one of the cool things about parting out is I've got 8 different items so far to sell. So I'm looking at it like I saved 8 coffee makers from going into the landfill. Fortunately, there are some usable parts inside. Let me break this thing down and get back on the video. Well, that probably took about 15 or 20 minutes. There were quite a few screws to remove and then some molded joints or something. I don't even know what you call it. But that was a bit of an adventure, as you can see from all the screws right there. If you've ever been curious what the bottom of this coffee maker or similar coffee maker look like, here you go. The burner's over there, but the air pump, some people are listing the air pump for $10 or $12. That's one of the things. And then the power supply, the input from the cord, is about another $10 or $12 item. So I'll try to figure out how to remove that. And there may even be, and then I think there's a rubber seal I also will be looking to find. And that may be up on the top, and I may not go after that just because of the way it's sealed up. A bit of an adventure here, like treasure hunting. I'll be back. Also managed to pop out the power switch that's on the side. I'd already disconnected the wires in order to get at the power supply board or whatever you want to call it. So that's about this little thing's about a $13 item, the little switch. The Cuisinart, get into the mechanism. Of course, I can open the access doors for the coffee. I was wondering where a rubber gasket might be, and I found the little puppy right here. This is I'm going to guess, about a $12 item. I think I've seen one listed. Somebody remove that. Because it's hard rubber, it could be subject to deterioration. I'll list it. So I've removed from the innards a $7 rubber gasket that goes at the top of the single server, a power switch that goes for about $10, and a vacuum pump that goes for $11, all plus shipping. That means so these 3 parts total $28, added to the $94 of all the other parts. This little beauty of an SS-15 gave up $122 in parts that I can list, most of which will move pretty quickly. I don't know about the 2 holders at $4 a piece, and these little plates under the single server, which I put $8 on, with the drip tray with the plate on it. I put $8 on that. The rest of the stuff really seems to move. This, of course, will go to county electronic recycling, so it is disposed of properly. The result of this effort is around a dozen listings. This should be real easy to ship with special precautions only for the carafe. And the stuff is very compact they kind of nest like little Russian nesting dolls. Take care. And if you believe the replacement parts will require approximately 9 listings, but that's probably about 9 Cuisinarts that they'll save from a premature grave out at the local landfills. The replacement parts will be really easy to store, except for the carafe, which is a bit fragile, and to ship, again, except for the carafe. If you believe that this video was helpful to you, please hit the like and subscribe button, and let's see if we can get this channel going. Thank you very much. Bye.